I told you guys that's what I got. That's what I wanted to do. It, just so the fans like they have something to look up to. That's look forward to. That's why I give you guys like my breakdowns, like what I'm trying to do, like what are my plans, and
I think the biggest challenge would be Usyk. That's something like out of this world. Yeah. Does it make sense? But but that's the only guy that I think that is crazy.
or if there's an opportunity to fight for another belt at cruiserweight, then that's what we're gonna do. Like I said, I just want to chase greatness and capture more world titles.
David Benavidez recently made a bold statement directed at Oleksandr Usyk, and fans are already dubbing it one of the most outrageous call-outs of the year. During a fiery live interview, Benavidez made it clear that he's no longer interested in safe opponents, easy paydays, or carefully protected records. Instead, he wants brutal challenges, dangerous champions, and the kind of explosive mega fights that turn into boxing history. The undefeated powerhouse said boxing has become too predictable, with fighters avoiding real risks, and he promised to change that by chasing the biggest names possible. Then came the shock moment nobody expected. Benavidez openly mentioned Usyk, praising his greatness while also daring him to step into a true war inside the ring. The statement instantly sent social media into chaos, with fans debating whether this fantasy showdown could actually become reality and completely transform the future of boxing forever.
I just want to be that type of fighter that always took the biggest and craziest chances.
Looking for the post fight.
You know what I mean? It's all good. It's all good. You know what I mean? I'm just very happy with this, bro. I'm happy to continue to challenge myself. The harder the challenge, the harder I push myself. So at the end of the day, this is what I'm here for. I'm not here to take no easy rides and fuck. If you don't put yourself in those challenges, in those moments of stress, you never know how good you can be or how great you can become. So wherever the hardest fight is at, that's where I want to be at. And I made that decision a long, long time ago. These moments are scary, but at the end of the day, this is what I made.
Mike Tyson recently gave massive respect to David Benavidez after his latest dominant performance, and his words instantly grabbed the attention of the boxing world. Speaking during an interview, Tyson praised Benavidez for fighting with a kind of aggression, confidence, and fearlessness that reminds fans of boxing's most dangerous eras. The former heavyweight champion said Benavidez is not just winning fights. He is building a legacy and chasing real greatness every single time he steps into the ring. Tyson admired the way Benavidez overwhelms opponents with non-stop pressure, powerful combinations, and complete control from start to finish. He also pointed out that many fighters today avoid risks, but Benavidez continues searching for the toughest challenges possible instead of protecting his record. Tyson believes that mindset separates ordinary champions from future legends, and according to him, Benavidez is proving he has the hunger, mentality, and warrior spirit needed to dominate boxing for years to come.
Benavidez's performance tonight. The next thing for Benavidez is what you want to see him unify the division, go down to light heavyweight.
I want him to be where he feels comfortable.
Did you talk to him before the fight? And if you did, what advice did you give him?
Yes, he's a great fighter. He knows what to do. I didn't have to give advice. He's great.
Dan Canobio jumped into the growing Usyk versus Benavidez debate with a strong reaction on X, calling the entire discussion unrealistic at this stage of David Benavidez's career. He argued that just because powerful figures in boxing may want the fight, it does not mean it should happen immediately. Canobio pointed out that Benavidez still has massive challenges waiting for him, including dangerous names like Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, and Jai Opetaia before even thinking about the heavyweight division. According to him, Benavidez previously mentioned that moving up to heavyweight is something he might seriously consider several years from now, not today. But while critics question the timing, Jose Benavidez Sr. added fuel to the excitement by calling a potential clash with Oleksandr Usyk the toughest and most unbelievable challenge David could ever face, describing it as a once-in-a-lifetime fantasy matchup capable of shocking the entire boxing world.
Nobody can beat David. Right now, this is the monster era, David Benavidez era, and we're going to take advantage and we're going to work hard and we're going to fight anybody, whoever thinks that they're the best.
Is that why the biggest challenge might be going to heavyweight and maybe facing it?
Yeah, that could be the reason. So at the end of the day, he's beating everybody, every division. So might as well heavyweight, But that would be great, man. But now that I remember, now that you said that,
He added that David Benavidez is currently at the absolute peak of his powers, looking stronger, sharper, and more dangerous with every fight that passes. According to him, Benavidez is not just winning. He is dominating opponents in brutal fashion and proving why so many people now see him as one of boxing's most feared fighters. Every challenge placed in front of him has been destroyed through relentless pressure, explosive combinations, and non-stop aggression inside the ring. He believes Benavidez has reached a level where confidence, experience, and physical strength are all perfectly coming together at the same time. That is why conversations about massive future fights continue growing louder across the boxing world. With momentum firmly in his favor and fans clamoring for larger matchups, many now believe that Benavidez is entering a stage in his career where legendary battles and career-defining moments could soon become a reality.
Another big challenge. That's another topic, because he is the fucking pound for pound best.
I mean, you spoke about Roy Jones Jr. He went up to heavyweight to find a challenge.
Yeah, no,
right?
and I think that's what I'm saying. I think he's really young right now. The weight is not there. He didn't go down to 175. I mean, we're not even there developed at cruiserweight. So we're gonna be playing in those two divisions, cruiserweight. Who wants to fight? Let's go. I was thinking Opetaia, but he's with Tufa now. I don't know what they have with all these organizations. I don't know.
I think that's making it difficult to make the fights that people want to see. Now when the people coming.
Well, these people they don't get along with nobody. How are we gonna make those fights? They should get along with everybody, bro. I mean, it's another title. Let's get those titles, the super titles too. Let's get all the fucking titles, but they gotta get along. That's not. There's nothing I can say or do to change everybody's mind.
David Morrell recently reacted to the growing talk about a possible fight between David Benavidez and Oleksandr Usyk, and he made it clear that such a matchup would be on an entirely different level. Morrell warned that facing Usyk is nothing like fighting regular opponents because the heavyweight champion brings elite movement, ring intelligence, experience, and a style that can mentally break fighters apart over time. He explained that many people underestimate how difficult it is to compete with someone as skilled and disciplined as Usyk inside the ring. While discussing the rumors, Morrell even laughed at the idea of the fight happening anytime soon, suggesting that boxing reality and fan fantasy are two completely different things. Still, his comments only added more fuel to the growing debate, as fans continue imagining what could happen if these two dangerous fighters ever collided in a blockbuster showdown.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different. I mean, remember Benavidez 175 go to the 200 pounds, not the 200 and heavyweight. So it's different. Hey, no, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a good business. Maybe, but no, I know it's a good business. But that's crazy. You can put money first and your life. So it's a great opportunity for him. For the business, but not for a career.
Robert Garcia recently shared huge praise for David Benavidez, saying he truly believes the undefeated star has the ability to become a future heavyweight world champion. According to Garcia, Benavidez possesses the size, power, pressure, and fighting mentality needed to compete with the biggest names in boxing once he eventually moves up in weight. He explained that many fighters become hesitant when facing elite champions, but Benavidez carries a fearless attitude that could make him extremely dangerous even against someone as skilled as Alexander Usyk. Garcia also stated that with the right preparation, smart strategy, and proper development at the elite professional level, Benavidez could realistically push Usyk to his limits and possibly defeat him in the future. His comments have only intensified speculation surrounding the fantasy matchup, with fans now wondering whether Benavidez could truly shock the boxing world one day.
Against Usyk, what do you think?
Give him a couple more fights and Cruiser, and he give him. I don't know how much more Usyk's gonna fight.
I agree.
But give me 2 more fights, 2 or 3 more fights, give
Let him be undisputed at cruiserweight. Pick up 2 more belts there.
2 more fights, and then go to heavyweight and fucking Benavidez beat Usyk.
David Benavidez has officially forced the boxing world to pay attention after delivering another devastating performance that left fans dreaming about impossible matchups and future heavyweight wars. While names like Alexander Usyk, Dmitry Bivol, and Bivol and Opetaia continue to surround the conversation, one thing is becoming crystal clear. Benavidez is no longer viewed as just a dangerous contender, but as a fighter capable of shaking entire divisions. Still, the road to Usyk remains filled with brutal challenges, elite champions, and massive questions about size, power, and experience at the heavyweight level. Some experts believe Benavidez has the speed and aggression to shock the world, while others think Usyk's legendary ring IQ would simply be too much to overcome. But that's exactly why fans cannot stop talking about this potential super fight. So what do you think? Can David Benavidez really conquer heavyweight boxing? Drop your prediction below, smash the like button, subscribe for more explosive boxing content, and share this video with every fight fan you know.